Next, we have a story showcasing how one idea, a thought experiment, can ignite our collective imaginations and bring out the best in humanity. I refer, of course, to this tweet. I think 100 ends could beat one gorilla. Everybody just gotta be dedicated to the shit. This tweet has over probably 250 million plus views at the time of this airing. This is like the perfect dude thought experiment. The memes, the videos, and the responses to it were just peak internet. And people keep saying that Black Twitter is dead, and this proved otherwise. The reason this captured the imaginations of so many people, particularly on the internet, is because the internet is run by dudes, and dudes love nothing more than a pointless thought experiment that could test their prowess or their skills. And Patrice O'Neal, rest in peace, one of the great geniuses of our time, had an amazing bit.
Men's sense of humor is based on this. This is the principle. We're philosophical about dumb shit. We're philosophical about shit. We're very thoughtful about shit that means nothing. I can look at you and go, hey, would you fuck a bitch if she didn't have a nose? But here's what he'll do. He'll do this. What you mean, no nose? What, like the tip is gone? Nah, nigga, a hole in the face like a skeleton.
He's so brilliant, and it's so true. It is also why Joe Rogan is huge, because at a time when there was this kind of war on masculinity, Joe was having exactly these conversations with dude after dude after dude, to the point that it's even a meme where somebody will say when Joe gets serious with his thought experiment with a comedian where they're just riffing, and then he'll be like, I don't think 100 dudes could actually take on a gorilla.
That would be the best army. Just 1,000 monkeys just ripping metal. Oh yeah, and then you have monkeys just shooting machine guns. Would they be able to shoot machine guns though? Just trying to think like if they would actually be able to do that.
I hope Joe covers this on his podcast. Some chick was like, the 100 dudes versus gorilla debate really highlights the hubris at the heart of toxic masculinity, and tweeted that out and has now had to lock her account because she's probably getting buried by people making fun of her. This is just dudes being dudes.
I know.
My husband does this. He always is telling me about the scenarios that he's coming up with in his mind and things that he's like game playing, trying to figure out in every situation. He's kind of always strategizing. He'll be doing his scenarios and working them out. And like, if someone broke in the front, how much time would I have to like get to the safe and then where would I have to go? I'm like, this must be how he feels when I tell him about my dreams. Again, which Family Guy was way ahead of this entire curve as they did a scenario with Lois falling into a pit of gorillas.
Tell him about your dream.
It's interesting you should say that, because I did have a particularly weird dream last night.
Tell him how you were in our house, but it was somehow different than our regular house.
Well, we were in our house, except the laundry machine was in our kitchen, if you can believe it. Oh, and Bonnie's brother was there, too, for some reason, which is totally random, because I haven't seen him in, like, oh my God, 7 years? But, you know, I did see a Facebook post of him from, like, a month ago, so maybe that had something to do with it.
But I do love when the internet, it's something that, like, collectively sparks everyone's fancy and reminds us that we can all still get behind something sometimes. So the memes that were coming out were just hilarious. There were so many good responses.
Be all right. We gon' be all right. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be all right.
They had the nigga so tight, the nigga swung his body to the side, and that's how my shit was open, and he hit me. Boom, pow. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm down.
So many of the memes were like, dude number 67. Me after this gorilla kills 99 people. And then there were the memes where the guys were explaining he's like an anatomy science guy who's like explaining why there's no way 100 guys could even make a dent on this gorilla with bare hands.
100 men versus one full-grown silverback gorilla. And there are people out there like this that are saying that 100 guys would win. And no, they wouldn't. No, just flat out no. A gorilla's skin, you can't bite through it. Their bones, somewhere between 2 and 4 times as thick and dense as ours. My dudes, this is what you're fighting. When they stand up, they are 6 feet tall. They weigh about 400 pounds on average. They can lift, press, or pull somewhere between 2,000 to 4,000 pounds. For some perspective, that's enough to tear your arm or your leg off.
There's the famous kind of couple lying in bed, and it's like, I wonder what he's thinking. I bet he's thinking about other women. And he's like, I guess the question is, do the 100 humans have a chance to work out a coordinated strategy beforehand, or are they just dumped in there with the gorilla and boom, it's on?
That was my favorite one.
Even if it was a coordinated strategy, the first 3 skulls that get crushed by this gorilla, there's at least 50% who are running away. There's an AI generated video of what the fight would look like. Who would run from a pit bull talking about fighting a silverback gorilla. Me using a technique I learned on Twitter while that gorilla murders 99 of my homies. And then even Mr. Beast got in on it, joking, I hope, that he needs 100 volunteers for one of his infamous videos. And he is such a clickbaiting artist. He quote tweeted the original post and then deleted it and then put up his own image, which I think is just click chasing proof that the joke is now dead. R.I.P. gorilla.